So I went to the White House this week, as one does. And you know who I was thinking about? Can you guess? You can't guess. I was thinking about Jen Psaki. And I was thinking about Jen because I was thinking about how much women have progressed in cabinet roles in the White House under Democratic administrations, particularly Biden, because Biden appointed the first Secretary of the Treasury who was a woman. And under Biden, he also had the first all-women communications team, which Jen led as the press secretary in 2021. And I was like, wow, if anybody has good stories about women supporting women, it's going to be Jen. And then I was like, if I ever meet Jen, that's what I'm going to ask her.
So first of all, Kate Bedingfield, who was the White House communications director at the time when I was the press secretary, and I have grown up through Democratic politics together. We first worked together at the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee in 2006 when Democrats went back to the House. She and I had kids around the same time. And what I was so grateful for all the women I worked with, men too, but a lot of the women I worked with in part because a lot of us had little kids. And unless you have little kids, you don't understand the challenge of that as a working mom. And there were times when I would say, Kate, I have to go because my son is sick or he has a fever or my daughter needs me to go to an event. Can you just fill me in on the meeting, or can you tell the president why I'm not there? And there's an element of having each other's backs where there was no element of judgment. She's living the same thing. The other thing I would say that was a big positive that people undervalue, because they'll shorthand this as having someone at the table, a seat at the table. Having a seat at the table means the conversations and the discussions are better. And for us, when I was at the White House, part of that was dealing with what moms were and dads too, but moms were dealing with as it related to school and COVID. And having a lot of moms at the table made the discussion better. Yes, and the biggest thing women can do is when you climb up the ladder, don't pull it up behind you. Pull people up with you. And that is something I didn't always experience, and I think about a lot, and I hope that people of my generation do that.
Love that.